Welcome back. Welcome back. 3 weeks off, and we're back in the couch in the blistering heat, although it is 10:30. And it's me and Andrew.
Hello everyone. Yeah, not a lot has changed with this. It was cool for a short while,
Yeah.
and now nothing. It just doesn't seem to have changed. It's got hotter.
Yeah,
hotter.
with the sun. But can you imagine if the heating was still broken on in here?
Oh,
it
my
would
word.
be atrocious.
Yeah, it wouldn't be new.
We've just finished our second week of placement fixtures. We're gearing up for the new season, the 12 team league. What we wanted to do is have a little look back at last season and just have a recap, have a read through. A read through, is that the word? And then we'll be here hopefully with Champo in a few weeks to look ahead to the new season.
Preview.
What I wanted to do, one of the things I noticed about season 4, one of my favourite things, is every team purchased a team kit, which is lovely. Stan said earlier, and I share his sentiments, but he as a coach, when you see a team so bought into the league, they want to spend additional pounds on kit to look the same and fill the part. That's just really, really lovely. And really, really humbling.
I think it's become part of it as well. That like as soon as we had the mix up now into the 12 teams,
everyone was talking about
straight away. It was like, right, what can we do for our kit? Because it's like the exciting bit. But I think if anyone grew up watching football or was into football and whatever else, I think as a kid you probably sat there and designed a team kit for your club or whatever it was, and just so I think this is just like being able to do that as an adult and have something actually made at the end of it and go, oh, that's
it's
the kit I designed.
It's a real buzz.
Yeah.
So what I've done, and I like to do this with pretty much any decision I make these days, is draw up a World Cup bracket of all the kits. We'll have a little review of them, and we'll also talk about the football. But this is what you came for. So I'll let Andrew have the deciding vote on these until we talk about the blue team kit.
Yeah.
But firstly, the first fixture is MANvFAT versus Black is the New Orange. Now, my favourite here is MANvFAT's because it's delicious and the logo is excellent as well. Possibly my favourite, but I did also really love the Bisno one. But it's a little bit pedestrian.
Yeah. If we're bringing in like the badge, the actual kit, and everything, I think.
Then James Dacey is the winner.
Yeah. Dacey wins all of it. Congratulations, Dacey! You won a World Cup of kits. But no, I think the MANvFAT one is probably the best out of those two.
So they'll be going through to the semi-finals, and they will play the winner of this next time, which did do on purpose. It was the Breakfast Raptors versus Tandoori Nights. I love these team names because when we did the split for 8 teams.
So hang on a second. So you've then said I get a deciding vote on all of them except for when the blue team were in, and you pitted us against your team.
Yeah.
So you're going to get a deciding vote.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Cool. Just so I understand the way we're going with it. Yeah, just so I know. That's okay.
I'm glad we've caught up on that.
It's a competition. At the end, Billy wins.
So when I did the original split, all the teams were named after places in Newport.
Yeah.
And you were the Roger Stone Raptors, and we were the Nash Knights.
Yeah.
And Killeen Cowboys is another one that kept their names exactly the same.
Yeah.
But Nash Knights and Breakfast Raptors kept some of the naming, and I always appreciated that.
It was one of those things that as soon as we saw the name, and especially me, with a kid who loves dinosaurs and stuff, I was like, we could have a really cool badge.
And you did.
With as the Raptors. So I was like, I like Raptors. And then people were like, well, why don't we make it food, something to do with food or whatever. And I was like, oh, right, okay. I can't remember who. Someone just went, what about Breakfast Raptors?
Yeah,
so we sort of, for our group name, we had rap and then a little hyphen toes just to show the thing. But on our kit, it was just Breakfast Raptors.
Yeah, and that's why it wins for me.
Yeah.
It was one of my favourites. And you had shorts.
Well, we went full kit. We went with don't get me wrong. We went with a company. I don't know if I should name them or not because I don't really want to give them any advertisement. But it did take a while for especially the socks. I think it was midway through the second season or something. The socks actually turned up. So, but the design suited the name as well. So I had a vision, like straight away I had a thing where I was like, we're the Raptors, and there's a team called the Prague Raptors who've got like a slash just down the shoulder, like the raptor, and I was like, I want that effect on the shirt, so that's what we went out for. And I think they had like a pink swoosh or something, and that's what I wanted.
And it's won you a spot in the semi-finals.
Well, I'm glad.
Third quarter-final, Sexy Pirates and the Chilean Cowboys. Now, the Chilean Cowboys one is lovely, and I love the name. The Sexy Pirates had a little bit longer to plan there, didn't they? They only had those for about half a season.
Well, was it half a season? I thought it came like 2 weeks before the end.
Very close.
It did seem like it. It was nice when it came. Oh, I don't know when they obviously ordered it as a group or whatever, but it just seemed. I don't know the longevity. I do like the Cowboys with the Joe Exotic theme through it, and
especially yourself featured as well.
Yeah.
Which I always love to see. I think.
How many of the 8 teams did that with Espresso yourself? 'Cause I know we did. We had as our main sponsor on the
you had it. We had it. And the Purples had it not as the main sponsor, but they did have it.
On there, yeah.
3.
I thought there was more.
Maybe Orange had it on theirs as well, actually, on reflection.
Yeah, but it's good to see. It's not just we're having a new kit, but it was like people were thinking, like, how can we
incorporate that,
bring other things in and show what we're doing and get people talking, because it's that thing of, alright, it's on Spawn and people talk about it in the WhatsApp group, but sometimes people don't want to ask and see what it is. But if you bump into someone one-on-one and go, oh, what's that? You know, it might just be a start of the talking point type of thing.
Yeah, it was obviously had a really good season. I think they finished third. I probably got that wrong. They'll definitely tell me if I did. But they lost a phenomenal amount of weight. Who are you giving it to?
I don't know, because it's just... Again, I do like the Sexy Pirates badge as well. And the way it was done on their kit.
Should we do it?
What are you doing?
Giving it to the Pirates.
Okay, if that's... Yeah. Let's go with your vote.
Let's do it.
I'm happy to go with it.
Work for the others. 2 really good ones here, right? Orange provided a brilliant moment for all of us when this red kit turned up orange. But also, greens features Lamb Coffee and that badge with our very own Dave Scanlon from the national tournament, cheering for biscuits.
I think. See, it's that thing where it's like they've won a lot. So, and I do like the other kit. So it's like, do we just? He's not here, so do we just like go for the greens?
Yeah,
I like the.
I
like the colour of the green.
I love the green one, and I think it definitely deserves a place. Obviously, in a pre-season review, we can't not talk about the oranges at length. An amazing performance, really gelled in season 2 to come at season 3 with a treble. I don't know if Champo's mentioned it to anybody, but congratulations to FC United of Fatchester, treble winners in season 4.
The togetherness of them was something I picked up on all the way through it. The fact that it didn't seem to matter how they did on the pitch or whatever, they'd always have a drink afterwards or sit around and have a chat afterwards, and that, for anyone who's joining and starting up new teams now, that's massive, because you feel it gives you more accountability as well, because you like the people you're playing with a bit more. You know what I mean? It's that thing of you know them a bit more, so you've got that bit more accountability. So I think that's where it came from. And I know, obviously speaking to Champo back a few weeks ago and stuff, he was like, the boys said they would love to win something, and I, like as captain, I just ran with it and just stayed right on top of them all the time. And I really liked that. He did read a couple of his messages that he sent out to people and like his group and stuff. And that's sort of inspired me as well now, that I'm like, right, I need to up my game a little bit if I'm captain again next season and stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's like
he's a great captain.
He's very motivational with it, and it's really good to see, because I know, especially towards the end of the season when it was getting closer, I think the amount of milestones they hit.
Yeah. That last week was
crazy. Yeah, it's brilliant. So I think they fully deserved winners of it. I don't think there's much of an argument for any of the three division leagues or whatever, but. Just like to give him a shout out as well, especially since he's not here.
We wouldn't say it if he was here.
No, if he was here, it'd be the opposite. But he was just some of the stuff he spoke to me and stuff. I'm sure all of the Orange team as well would just say, fantastic captain, stayed on us, and helped us hit our goals as well. Not just the pitch side, but the weight loss and all of that as well, because that's why we're here. We're here for the weight loss. Is the main thing. Obviously you want a competitive game football, you want a good game of football, competitive game of football or whatever at the end, but you need to really go up the scales to make sure you win, especially if you're going to try and win all three leagues.
Semi-final number 1, the runners-up of the league, and a huge shout out to them as well, Red Man City versus Blues, the old breakfast Raptors. We should talk about runners-up. I think they came runners-up in all three leagues as well. So they did the treble seconds. Sort of came together towards the second half of the season and really hit it running. And when you lose by that much of a margin, the goal difference I think it came down to, you look back at some of the games and you could have scored more here, scored more there, we should have done this and that. So it was really, really tight, and a huge shout out should go to them for sure.
Well, my thing is, as well, and I know it's supposed to be a season review for last season, but the season before, the amount of games they had to concede and things like that and forfeit because of the lack of players they had available and stuff like that. For the ones who stuck with it and stayed in and got the extra players come in to help them out and stuff, just says so much about their character. They just went, no, we're going to stick at it, we're going to keep going. They had a couple of players brought in and it just made such a difference to their team. Because I think didn't they finish last the season before?
I don't remember.
It's almost a Leicester City story, do you know what I mean? But they conceded so many because they forfeited. I think like some weeks they were having like one player, and like Tom would turn up on his own and stuff, or they wouldn't be. And you'd think you wouldn't begrudge them if they just went, oh, we're not going to bother at all like this season, we'll just come back again. But they stuck at it, and then last season it's a total turnaround again. Like I said, that Leicester City thing of finishing towards the bottom. I apologise if you were in rock bottom, but to then go from there up to like the second position in a league, alright, you get players coming and go in and stuff like that, but just shows for those ones who stuck it out that things do change.
But did they have a better kit than the Breakfast Raptors?
Well, I'm going to say no, because I designed the blue kit. But there's only going to be one winner if I had to pick.
I personally think they did, but if you can take yourself objectively out of the designer situation.
I generally can't.
Okay,
it's up to you.
Blue go through.
Oh.
Because we've spoken about them now, so Blue make the final. The Sexy Pirates and Biskoffenheim. Biskoffenheim, I really liked it, but I also really like the yellow one. So
I'm in the same boat, because the thing is as well, I really like yellow kits.
Yeah.
And that's just
the yellow team did feature the top scorer of the season, Mr. Jack Villis. So an absolutely phenomenal achievement. We'll be amiss talking about weight loss achievements if we didn't talk about the biggest loser, Mikey, from the Canadian Cowboys, the biggest percentage lost, and also Josh Howells from the Knights, who lost to 21.5 kilograms of weight in less than a season, 9 weeks, I think.
Yeah, it's crazy.
A truly, a real investment in yourself and a real statement sign to get better. This is dead now. Will it be yellow or will it be green?
See, I don't think I can decide. Because Pirates were another one, wasn't it? Did we say that earlier, that the Pirates was a name that you would given them?
Yeah, that's right. They were the Pilgwenley Pirates.
Yeah.
And then they struggled to get a name, but Sexy Pirates really stuck.
I think there was quite a few teams who did that, weren't there?
I think it's those four.
Yeah.
Knights,
half the league, man.
Raptors.
It's not
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, that was great. That was really great. So let's give it to them. Although I really did like the Biscoffenheim badge. No, let's give it to Biscoffenheim. No, let's give it to Yellow.
I would say you choose, but you can't choose. So, Greens.
Thank you very much to everyone for last season. What an awesome season it was. I'm so excited to look forward to next season, but also really enjoyed looking back today in my favourite format, which is a World Cup. So we're going to end with the grand final, which is Biscoffenheim versus the Breakfast Raptors. Who had the best kit? Andrew Riley.
Do you know what? I would also be interested. I know it obviously goes out on Facebook and YouTube and stuff like that, but if we actually did a poll as well, if you disagree or whatever, in the comments below, this wherever you
Probably down there.
yeah, if you can, I'd love to see if it's just a total disagreement. Then
Maybe we'll run the World Cup.
I'll be honest, I'm not going to care if you disagree, but at the same time, it'd be nice to see what other people's opinions were. But it's not going to change my thoughts of it.
The World Cup of kits, the official winner of the best kit last season in season 4 is the Breakfast Raptors. Obviously, thank you so much for watching. Check back on Saturday, we've got a whole host of new content. I can hear Colours of One. Can you hear Colours of One?
Yeah.
Take care.